forgiveness. That is a very powerful word. It is a very powerful action. And it is sometimes something that we can struggle with. We might even think that we've forgiven something. And then it kind of rears its ugly head again, bringing memories back to the forefront. But the problem is, when we think about transgressions that have been carried out against us, we give them a place in our memories. And by doing that, we sort of enshrine that indignity that was put upon us. Whether it was something somebody said or something somebody did or didn't do. The more we think about it, the more we reminisce about it, the more we wish it had been different, the more power we give it. It is said that holding a grudge is like taking poison and hoping the other person will die. Oprah says that for her, forgiveness is letting go of the hope that things had been different. That's pretty easy to do. I mean, we can rehearse in our minds how things should have been, how we wish they would have been, but that will never ever change the past. And by letting go of those hopes, you bring yourself a sense of relief and you take your personal power back. Because when you continue to torture yourself with the memories of what had happened that you cannot change, you're giving your power away. And if you release that history, you can bring back a sense of personal power. Because when we empower the past, we give up our destiny. And some things are terrible, horrific even, that people can do to one another. And it would be really, really nice if when somebody did something that you feel you need an apology for, that they could say, "I'm sorry, I screwed up and I really hurt you, and I never meant to do that. I promise I will never do that again. You are too valuable. You are too kind. You are too sweet. You are worthy of the love or the words or whatever you wished it would have been. And I wished I would have done those things for you." That would be great. That would be great. But a lot of times something happens and we never get that apology. So let's take our personal power back and maybe find a way to let go. Maybe even find a way to understand. Sometimes, though, it's beyond our understanding how someone could have done something or not done something that they maybe should have been there for you for. But let's give it a shot, shall we? So let's just take a nice deep breath. Find a beautiful long spine here with the chin tucked to keep the neck long. Close your eyes if you're comfortable with that, or take just a soft gaze out in front. Let's bring the palms to the knees for a nice grounding experience. Maybe from a chair or a couch or even lying in bed. Any comfortable pose that you can take here for a few moments where you can breathe comfortably and you feel supported. Let's bring the left palm to the heart and the right palm to the belly. And let's just hold ourselves here. Bringing kind thoughts to this tender placement of our palms. Let's release any tension in the jaw, in the face, breathing fully into the belly, softening those shoulders down the back. Inhaling fully, exhaling, breathing through the nose. Notice the air as it enters your nostrils. And notice the feeling as the air leaves the nostrils. Bring something to mind that brings you joy. Something that lifts your heart and something that you're grateful for. Maybe something very simple like a cup of warm coffee. Maybe something really expansive like a grandchild's laughter. And as you picture whatever that thing is in your mind, let the feelings of compassion and gratitude and joy just flow through you with the breath. Inhaling and exhaling that feeling out into the world. And bring to mind the person that you feel has harmed you. And just notice that person as you hold that same sense of well-being within your heart. And maybe imagine that person as a small child. Maybe 5 or 6 years old, just a kid. And maybe in your mind you can ask that person, why did you do what you did to me? Why did you fail to do what I needed you to do? I don't know how many of you have been around little kids, but often they will say, I don't know. But maybe this person says, I didn't know any better. I was scared. I was overwhelmed. I didn't know how. I was too afraid to let my guard down. I was angry, not at you, but at something else, and I took it out on you. And just let that run through your head a little bit. And maybe you just come back to that kid saying, I don't know. I don't know why I did it. And sometimes we truly don't know why we hurt other people. But as you continue to hold on to that vision of that child, maybe you can say to that vision, I forgive you. I don't condone what you did, but I release my resentment and any hope that things had been different. I am letting go of the power that this memory, that this resentment has over me. and I am releasing myself to my highest good. I have released myself to my highest good. Say that to yourself. I have released myself to my highest good. I give up the hope that the past had been different. I take the lesson that I learned and I release myself to my highest good. And let's just sit for that. Let's just sit with that for just a moment here. Inhaling into the belly and exhaling. Remembering that forgiveness is a gift we give to ourselves. Something to take the weight off our shoulders. To bring kindness to ourselves. To bring release. And when you're ready, you can blink your eyes open and bring the palms back down to your knees or thighs. Take a nice big breath in through the nose. And let it go with a sigh. Big breath in through the nose. And let it go with a sigh. Let's come back to that thing that we thought of at the beginning that brought us joy, that cup of coffee, that little furry family member, laughter of small children, whatever it might be. And let's inhale again, letting that breath be focused in the heart. And exhale one more time with a sigh, just letting go, releasing ourselves to our highest good. I hope this practice has helped bring a little bit of relief and release to your mind and your body. This is a practice you can't practice enough. You might take a little bit of time to really bring some forgiveness. And even when you think you've forgiven, those memories can rear their ugly head, but you can come right back to releasing yourself to your highest good and just letting that shit go. Just let it go. It's not worth it. Take back your power. Be good to yourself. Thank you for giving me the gift of clicking on this video today. And if you think it might be helpful for someone else, I'd really appreciate it if you'd share. I hope that this day brings you joy and happiness, harmony and well-being. Take good care.